Okay, V0.9, it's finally here. Finally here. And oh my god, that was a lot to work on. Okay, so zones is the first thing you'll notice here. I'm making a separate video on that, which I'll link in the description on how to get zones in there properly. But that's a thing now. Okay, next thing. Yes, this is kind of an important one. There's been a change to the calibration. So now we have separate music calibration and separate SFX calibration. This SFX calibration affects the clap and the metronome. So for me, I personally like my music at 100, and then that at 150, that works for me. So if we just go here, I guess. And for me, that's just a lot more in sync. Yeah, I don't know about anyone else, but feel free to play around with that as much as you want. Okay, next, yes, there is a new exciting development to the note tool. One, we've got grayscale, that's also a thing. But the actual thing is, if we go to scroll lock, we now have these two modes here. So if I press B, then I go into burst mode. If I go into H, that's the sustain. So if we go here, that just draws sustains as normal. However, if we go into the burst mode, we can now just do that, and I'll just draw all of those. From the burst mode, you just simply delete them as normal. You can't delete drag with this, it's just one at a time. But it'll make like all those errors with sustains, you know, not happen if you use this mode. So use this mode! Woo! Next thing. I should get out of that actually. If we go to the cursor tool and go up here, if I click this, obviously that's just normal, but if I hold control, I can then do that. Whoops, not that. So now we can just drag those, and then we also have a series of new things here. So we can set that to the max, or the sustain minimum, and then also change all of them to a specific fret, and then apply that. And they're all open notes. Yeah. And then we'll do that, I guess. Okay, what else is there? Yes, this also now works with copy and paste as well. So if I do that, Control C, and then go here, Control V, and then just delete that. Okay, what else is there? Toggles, yes. If we go to the settings, we now have toggles to reset position after either it's playing normally or after gameplay, as requested by Schmutz. So that's just in there. And then keyboard strumming for the gameplay mode is also enabled on the up and down keys. So if you're using a Guitar Hero controller that's not a 360 guitar, it might be easy to just map it directly, map the keyboard controls through that. Also, the audio has gone the complete workaround, so now I am not using Unity's default audio, woo. I am instead using something called bass.net, which is what OS uses for its audio system. So that should hopefully deal with some of the audio issues, or potentially create a lot of new ones. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Yay. I hope nothing goes wrong with it. But yeah, this also allows for proper MP3 streaming and should also improve audio quality as well. The gameplay engine has also gotten a rework, so it might feel a little different, for good or bad. Camera angle is also different. Actually got the GH3 mask and actually sort of aligned it properly this time. And then there's also this like finally got proper alpha mask working here, so it just has that little fade effect, which looks cool. The 2D mode is gone because it doesn't really make sense with the sprite loading and the whatnots, and yeah. Yes, and the waveform, if you go to the waveform, and then go to some properties, we can now, and just change it to 1 I guess, the waveform is now affected by the offset as well, which probably should have been there from the start. What else is there? Yeah, and the rest is just general fixes and whatnot. So those fixes will be listed in Changelog. It's not really worth going through them one by one here. So yeah, that's Moonscraper v0.9. Enjoy!